Hello everyone! We are from Group 8 and want to present about case study on the topic of thawing effects on beef meat quality. This is our excellent group members that consist of 5 people. The contents of this topic are introduction, objective, sampling and analysis, result, discussion, and conclusion. Firstly, we will brief about the introduction of this topic. Freezing of meat products is widely used around the world to prolong its shelf life, where it's able to inhibit the growth of especially spoilage microbe in a dormant state and to retain the freshness of the meat by slowing down the enzymatic reaction. Before cooking or roasting of the meat products, it is vital to undergo defrosting, also known as thawing process. Qualities of the meat flavor and its texture can deteriorate prior to thawing. Thus, several methods are suggested to reduce its loss. Leaving the meat to thaw at room temperature more than 2 hours is not recommended due to most microbes able to thrive and multiply at room temperature. Thus, the exposure of environment microorganism with surface of the meat is longer whilst waiting the internal of the meat to thaw. There are several methods used for thawing, which tap water thawing and low temperature thawing are a traditional methods, whereas high temperature thawing and microwave thawing are the latest methods. Thus, in this study, we want to determine which thawing method is the most suitable for thawing. Next, the objective of this study case is to evaluate the effects of thawing process on frozen beef and to measure the quality loss after subjecting with different thawing methods. Thawing method. Sample preparation. Calculate the weight of pieces before thawing W1. Pack the meat in polyethylene bag and vacuum it. Store the meat sample at freezer -18 degrees Celsius for 2 days. Thawing. Treatment. Treatment 1. Tap water thawing control. Treatment 2. Microwave thawing. Treatment 3. Low temperature thawing chill overnight. Treatment 4. High temperature thawing warm at 50 C. Weight pieces after thawing W2. Wait before cooking W3 and pack in polyethylene bag. Set the water bath until temperature reach 80 degrees Celsius. Cook in water bath at 80 C until temperature reaches 75 C. After cooking, cool and wipe with paper towel to remove excess water. Record the weight after cooking W4. Sample analysis. Color. Determination. Calibrate the colorimeter and record the value 50 to B of samples. pH analysis. Mince the sample with the knife. Measure pH of the sample using pH meter. Water holding. Capacity. Weigh 3 grams of sample W5. Place sample and cover with aluminum foil. Press the sample with 2.5 kilograms load. Record the weight of the pressed sample W6. Shear force determination. Cut the cooked sample 1 cm by 1 cm thick by 3 cm length. Shear sample perpendicular to muscle fiber orientation. Record the peak of shear force in Newton. The next part is result of the experiment. The results were obtained for 4 different treatment of thawing, which indicate the difference thawing loss, cooking loss, pH, shear force, color, and water holding capacity. These are calculations to determine percentage of thawing loss, cooking loss, and water holding capacity. And here's the example calculation for tap water thawing. These are the results of shear force analysis for thawing methods. The most important part is discussion based on the results. Low temperature thawing have the least thawing loss percentage compared to the other three methods. This is because the muscle fibers reabsorb the moisture that were lost during freezing process through sublimation. High temperature thawing and microwave thawing have high thawing loss percentage, which is 14.21% and 10.32% respectively, due to heat exposure of the meat to heat source, resulting in surface layer of the meat is partially cooked leads to protein denaturation that inhibit the water molecule from recombined with the protein molecules and high amount of moisture evaporated. Microwave thawing meat has the highest shear force compared with the other three methods due to lost moisture content during thawing and moisture in meat cavity evaporates during cooking. Low moisture content tend to make meat become tougher. Thus, large of shear force is applied. High temperature thawing have the highest lightness and lowest redness compared to the other three methods. There are two factors influenced meat color. First is the amount of myoglobin distributed in meat. Higher amount of myoglobin in meat, the redder the meat color. Secondly, the denaturation of myoglobin. Myoglobin susceptible to heat, and this was proven by Ma Yuan et al. 2019 study. WHC is the ability of muscle meat fiber to retain its water content and fluid when external force is applied. Tap water thawing has the lowest WHC percentage compared with the other three methods. This is because water and fluids content within the meat will seep out during thawing process. The next part is conclusion. In this experiment, we can concluded that the effect of thawing process on frozen beef meat was determined. Generally, it is very important to thaw the beef meat properly, so the dangerous microorganisms are not allowed to grow and affected the beef meat. The improper thawing procedures can result in excessive water loss, nutritional loss, microbial growth of bacteria, protein denaturation, and lipid oxidation, resulting in beef product quality degradation. From the result obtained, we concluded that the thawing method in chiller was the best quality treatment with the highest overall quality. The reason is this treatment has low probability exposure to microbe, because microbes still dormant in low temperature. In addition, the texture of the meat for low temperature thawing will have a good quality tasty because due to the value of lowest thawing loss compare with other treatment. For example, the texture of surface layer for microwave thawing. Sometimes heat can make meat surface overcooked, but inside of the meat does not fully thaw. Therefore, this treatment was not suitable to get the best quality of thawing process due to defrosting a meat in the microwave can make it tough and dry as it removes the juices and changes the texture. On the other hand, the quality loss for different method of thawing was determined. The conventional method of thawing at room temperature is not advised since it was harm and be hazardous to the consumer. Additionally, throughout the thawing process, the bacteria infected and interpreted the food product, which is our beef meat. It is causing an unavoidable sickness. Generally, the room temperature can influence the bacteria to multiply rapidly. As instance, it may promote the growth of dangerous bacteria, raising the possibility of contracting a foodborne disease among the consumers if food is left to the temperature danger zone. During thawing, the pathogens will easily develop. As a conclusion, in order to retain the product's quality and safety, it is crucial to use the right thawing techniques like low temperature thawing other than using the room temperature.
Thank you for watching.